Good morning. Now I know what you're thinking. What the hell is this? This is me in the morning, because mornings are hard. Mornings are weird. It's like a liminal space. But that's what this video is about. We are going to romanticize life. So let's get into it. Today was pretty cloudy, which honestly can make me feel like I need to stay in bed all day. It's just very unmotivating when the sun isn't out, but that doesn't mean you have to stay in bed all day. I feel like somewhere along the way I forgot how to enjoy the little things in life. I'm just constantly waiting for a nice day or for some random miracle opportunity. It's more of just me waiting for something cinematic to happen when the whole time I could have made it happen myself. It takes a long time to realize that it's about the little things in life that you bring that make meaning in your life. So for example, I wanted a naughty waffle, but they got rid of the one that I usually go to, so I made one myself. And this is kind of what we're doing here. Not the best looking waffle I've ever seen, but it definitely tasted really good. And it brought a really good start to my day. A lot of the time I want to just sit on my phone, but you kind of have to force yourself to get up sometimes. It just becomes a lot easier when you make cute little moments for yourself. And you know, an iced coffee is a great way to do that, especially when you put your iced coffee in little glass containers like I do. I think all of my beverages are in glass, whatever they're called, carafe or carafe. I don't really know. I argue that it 100% does make your drink taste better. This Stoke brand of cold brew is literally so good. It's my favorite. A personal favorite way for me to go out and romanticize my life is by moving my body. So we're gonna be going to the gym together. For me personally, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel active. I think the more you do it, you stop treating it like a chore and more of like a privilege. That definitely makes all the difference. And look what I found. This is kind of what I mean, like appreciating the beauty that surrounds you in nature. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of afraid of snails, but I feel like this snail found me for a good reason. I don't know, what do you think? A lot of people have mixed feelings about the gym, but I kind of feel like I'm working on my routine solo, but everybody else is kind of doing the same thing. And it's kind of just like, we're in this together, you know what I mean? I don't know if that made sense. Sometimes you just have to appreciate like a shared space, because being all by yourself for days at a time can feel pretty lonely. You don't have to talk to people and go interact to feel less alone. So this is really random, but a little goal I gave myself for the day was to try something that I've never done before. So I went up to the employees and I was like, let me try these massage chairs. It was really weird. I can't say I would do it again, but just the fact that I did it in the first place was fulfilling. It's really cold and rainy, but there's like a nursery greenhouse right next door, and they're selling such pretty flowers. So let me get some. A rainy day is never going to stop me from spontaneously going and shopping for flowers. These flowers were so pretty. I'm such a sucker for flowers. I did not know which one to get. I settled on this guy. Look how pretty she is. No idea what I'm gonna do with her, but we'll figure it out. I'm no gardener, but can't pass up a pretty flower. So despite having no botanical knowledge, I put the flowers in a pot. I don't know what I'm doing. It's so pretty. I'm very happy with them. I love flowers in my house. They add so much whimsy. And just look how pretty they are. I had to find a space for this fake plant because it was where the flowers are, and I really have no idea if that was a good spot. I just put it on top of my fridge. But nothing like some home improvement. This is definitely less whimsy, but there were so many dishes in my sink, and I always feel better after my house is a little bit cleaner and there are no dishes in the sink, so just look how many there are. But I felt so much better when it was done. One of my favorite things to do, especially on a nice day, is to make a smoothie. So I make a matcha mint smoothie that I saw on Pinterest, and it's so good, and it always makes me feel good while I'm doing some light cleaning, which is also what I was doing. I know it wasn't exactly a nice day, but the sun shining in through my windows and my clean house made me feel a lot better, and kind of like the day was nice. It just never fails to put me in a good mood, which you can clearly tell because I'm basking in the vibes with my drink. So this is my room. These are my shelves. Basically, I don't like the underneath of the shelf, so I want to hide it, and I figured what better way to do that than fake vines. I really hope these don't like smell horribly. Oh, they smell horribly. Okay, so for whatever reason, they zip tied all of the things together with like twisty tie things. So I just spent way too long trying to get that out, but I freed them. And basically the vision is just hide that like that. And I don't really think I need to secure them with anything because I'm just gonna loop them around like whatever.
2 hours later.
Right, so this is what it's currently looking like. I don't have any thumbtacks to secure the vines, so for now I'm temporarily using pins. So there's that. Also, I impulsively put up a shelf. So it was just looking really empty and bland over here, so we got a shelf. I don't really know what to put on it yet, but I knew that the wall needed something, so. Good morning. Today was a much nicer day, which makes it totally perfect for going out and doing something whimsical. I kind of woke up on this morning and didn't really have any plans after my side quests yesterday. And between you and me, I wasn't really a fan of how the vines looked. They're kind of growing on me as I'm editing this, but you know. Now this might just be me, but I always feel like a pretty princess whenever I do my hair. And the weather's getting warmer, so I'm gonna have to start leaving it natural, so this was probably like the last time I'm gonna be able to do this with my hair, but it just always makes me feel so pretty. And if you need a sign, here it is. I don't care what anyone says, your life doesn't have to be the most crazy and interesting to be whimsy. My daily coffee ritual alone makes me feel like the main character. Start putting your things in glass. Trust me. And what better thing to do on a nice day than walk my dog? Even just going outside for like 20 minutes a day can really improve your life. Like, I'm not a doctor, but just feeling the warmth of the sun on your body and looking at the sky is so healing in a way. And like, look how cute my dog is. Super underrated way to make your day 10 times better. Wash your bedding. It makes your room smell better, it makes you feel cleaner, and when you go to sleep at night, you will just thank yourself for doing it. It is the best feeling. I just feel like my room looks cleaner, even though you can't really tell. If you are feeling sad, go on a drive and get a yummy bev. And friend alert, even the most random errands, like I was literally going to the bank, they're so much better when you have a yummy bev and a person, like anybody. And just like, oh, you can't go wrong with just driving with the windows down and some music blasting, like literally anything. And to make it 10 times better, we got food. Obviously, you don't have to buy food to add whimsy to your day, but I'm here to give as many examples as I can. This day was honestly pretty short, but it was kind of the best day. Romanticizing your life isn't about doing these crazy things every single day. I don't really think it's about changing your life, but it's changing the way you look at your life. Like, I know half the video was my dog and me walking around with iced drinks, but it felt different. Today is the perfect day for adding whimsy because it is freaking 80 degrees outside. It is so hot. So we are going to the beach to get a tan, but I cannot find my sunscreen, so we're gonna go buy some. I ended up taking forever to find parking and then buying sunscreen in Ace Hardware, but even just talking to the worker was kind of entertaining. And then I just chilled by myself and I didn't even mind. I asked a few people to go with me and they all couldn't. But like, honestly, the beauty of it is finding ways to find fun by yourself. Get some music, get a good book, and just chill. My life didn't magically change in 72 hours, but I changed the way I look at it, and that'll make the craziest difference. Despite the weather, despite what I was doing these last 3 days, I was in such a good mood. And I'm glad I did all the things I did instead of just sitting at home, because that was always an option. You always have the option to sit at home and bed rot, but choosing not to and choosing to do literally anything else can give you that cinematic feel for life that you've probably been waiting for. But the truth is, it's never gonna come unless you make it. So honestly, that's the rest of this day. That was all I did. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me do this. I hope you had fun or learned something, and I'm running out of time, so as always, I love you and I'll see you in the next one.